Clap it up for Yukino, baby. Clap it up for Yukino giving Sting the smack around the world. Like, yo, this chapter, for the most part, it was a fine chapter. It was a lot of build up and setup and, you know, getting closer to the next fights and shit like that. But a couple things in there, like, for starters, with Sting. Honestly, Sting's character, and I know I come across as a Sting hater, and for the most part, I do feel a certain way towards the character or whatever, but I'm looking at it like everybody's treating him like Headmaster, which it feels a little odd to me, the way they treat him as he's, like, you know, this grandioso, fucking incredible dude, when honestly, I think Minerva and a lot of people part of the guild are really close in strength, if not stronger than Sting. So the way they actually just thrust him up onto a hurdle of like being great, it just feels a little bit out of place. But then at the same time, when everyone's there and he's supposed to be Headmaster and he's crying there and it takes Yukino bitch slapping him for him to say, hey, yeah, let's go. I was just like, bro, you're in a war right now, son. You're in a war. You, like, what are you doing? Yukino, good shit. And the first part of the chapter was mainly comedy. They're off to, you know, negotiate with August, and super colossal happy. I was like, really, bro? Like, it was a little reminiscent of Seven Deadly Sins, how Hawk the pig turns into that giant form and then they ride on top of him. I was like, yeah, okay. And the bit with Kana and Mavis, I mean, it was just mainly motivation. Like, honestly, again, this chapter just felt like it was just fine. It was like Kana's still trying to fuck up Mavis, but she ain't going 100% out on her, even though Mavis is like, please, kill me on some fucking Morgan from Walking Dead. She's like, kill me, and Connor's like, but I can't, you're my friend. It's like, just kill the little bitch. And it was just kind of random as well. Like, I think Hiro Mashima was actually poking fun at how a lot of different series always constantly like, ah, yes, you remind me of this one person I knew, even though you really have no relevance to them. With like Kana and Zero, the comparisons that Mavis was making, and she was like, well, you kind of have like the same hair. And then when she was thinking of Zera being a drunk like Kana and shit like that, it was like, it felt as though he was kind of digging at how a lot of series like to do that. It's always like, oh, you remind me of this one great person, and you're a great person too. We're all great people, yeah. It would have been nice though for, at the very least during this chapter, for her to, you know, deliver the final blow or whatever to finally get rid of Ghost Spirit Mavis, so that way we could get on with that. I would have liked a little bit of progression at the very least with something there. And then the end of the chapter, the setup with Gajeel versus Bradman, which I'm glad that it's that way, because I didn't want to see Gajeel get bodied, but I didn't want, if he went up against Eileen, for him to have any type of hits or whatever on Eileen, because if Eileen is going to be this strong ass bitch that is basically Eileen and August, two of the best from the Spriggan 12, and if Gajeel would have went up against Eileen, it would have felt like a lose-lose situation. Like, you don't want to see Gajeel get fucked up, but then at the same time, in order to make Eileen a credible threat, Gajeel had to get fucked up. So throwing in Bradman, and then kind of him having that little grudge about the crucifixion shit, that was like a better fit. So the way Hiro kind of, you know, morphed that was good. It was like, okay, we're not gonna have a bullshit ass situation, we'll have Bradman instead. So yeah, really honestly, not too much else to say. It was a fine chapter for the most part. Comedy in the beginning. Sting, you fucking crusty ass motherfucker, I'm so glad Yukino slapped you. And then Gajeel versus Bradman. Let me know what you guys think though. First of all, do you think Gajeel's gonna take out Bradman? How do you think that's gonna, I mean, let's be real here, I'm pretty sure Gajeel's gonna take out Bradman. And also, how do you feel about Sting's great fucking smack around the world, crying and shit? And your both thoughts of the chapter. Fine stuff, 6 out of 10. But thanks for watching. If you enjoyed anything about this video, make sure to drop me a like. I'd greatly appreciate it. And if you want more from me, make sure to subscribe, follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and stalk my Facebook to get more when the video ends. I'm ForneverWorld, and as always, people, have an awesome day.